Good morning, campers. I got a new truck. So we're just gonna check it out real quick. I haven't been in it too much. None of my stuff's in, well, most of my stuff's not in here. We got Sinclair because he's important. So I just kind of want to show you what we got. This is a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. Nice big sleeper. Haven't really moved in yet. That's the top mattress. I'm not going to be keeping the mattress, so that mattress needs to go out. And I need to put my stuff up here first. So we've got the top mattress on the bottom for now, but it'll be fine. So our inverter is underneath the bunk, which flips up just like the one on the old Cascadias. That's where our inverter is. So that's where everything has to plug in. So we need some extension cords, but we do now have a microwave hutch, which is a huge improvement over my last truck. We didn't really have anywhere for the microwave to go, but that will happen right here now. We've also got this handy dandy desk, which is probably where the Xbox is going to be sitting. We've got these giant cabinets, lots of them. These are huge. This is probably food storage. We've got our curtain. We've got two curtains. There's this one, and then there's also now one that goes around the windows all the way around. So that's pretty sweet. I'm so happy about that. We got more cabinets up here. There's also divots on the tops of the cabinets, so you can set stuff up here and it shouldn't move around too much. There's a spot like that on top of each cabinet. You guys can see it, I can't. Tell me if there's any spiders up there in the comments, okay? We got a little bit of storage up here. There's a little shelf with a carpeted space underneath here, so you can set stuff up here. That's probably where like our air cuff lock and all of our bags are gonna go, like our garbage bags and stuff. Probably all cleaning supplies go in here. And we got, of course, map book storage space. This is basically where all this is for permits mostly. Then we've got overhead cabinets, which is where we're going to be putting pretty much all of our manuals and books like that. This one almost certainly just going to be where all the stuff that I've got in the cloth cabinet at the moment in my other truck is going to wind up. So nice deep cabinets. I like that. It's a little more risky for me on a forehead bonking scale in this truck. There's a lot more stuff for me to bonk into, and we also I feel like we have a slightly smaller windscreen, though it doesn't have the line down the middle anymore, which is kind of nice. Just ignore Sinclair. Sinclair's just chilling. Got our paperwork and stuff too. So this is our new Qualcomm. It's all touchscreen now, but otherwise pretty much the same as the old one. Yeah, we've also got handy dandy load scale now, which I have to calibrate with our next load. Possibly, if it's heavy enough, we'll get it calibrated, and so we'll actually be able to tell how much our axles weigh without having to go to a cat scale. At least most of the time. We'll probably still hit cat scales every now and then to keep that calibrated. And of course, anytime we're close to 34, we're going to hit a cat scale just to make sure. Because we no longer have an APU, we now have an EPU, which is electronic, and we've got opti-idle, which the truck is currently running. It's nice and quiet, if you haven't noticed. Most of the noise is just the air conditioning. But the truck is running. It's opti-idle, so it's just keeping our battery charged for us. They had it sitting on the yard here, not doing much of anything for quite a while, so it's got to charge up. Hopefully we've got enough fuel to charge the battery before we run out of fuel, and that still leaves me enough fuel to get over to Prime to fill our tanks. I guess we'll find out about that. I feel kind of bad because Maxwell's got full tanks, and now we're jumping into this and nothing. I should get the company to buy me a tank of fuel before I go. I wonder if I could do that. Because I am officially a lease operator. I have leased this truck. We're going to be making weekly payments on it, and we're getting a percentage of the revenue of the truck now instead of a per mile load, which means I'm on the hook now for all of our, I'll be on the hook for all of our tolls and fuel and all that stuff. So I'm getting a percentage of the load plus all the fuel surcharge, which should work out a lot better for us in the long run. And then, of course, in 5 years, we own the truck, which will be sweet. It's going to make taxes a lot more interesting, but I'm pretty confident we'll manage. So we've got, I just got to show you guys this. Check out the light situation up here. Just watch those. I hope you can see them. That's probably a good angle for those, right? Let's turn on the ambient light. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing! Boop. And just slowly dims off. We've got sleeper lights. Those off. And we've also got our dome light for the front. So you can close the curtain between that if you've got people in the sleeper and someone driving. Then they've got their own lights for each of those situations. We've only got ourselves, so we'll probably be using that swanky ambient light, which is the whole ring lighting up softly, gradually. It's very nice. I like that. Yeah, so another cool thing we've gotten here, let's just tilt you guys a little bit weirder. So I want you guys to see this thing. So let's keep going around the truck. So we've shown you all the driver's seat. Something you'll notice, no clutch. Ugly shoes, but no clutch. That's right, we're on an automatic now. Everything's digital. It's going to take so much getting used to. I've never driven an automatic before, so we'll be figuring that out as we go. Cell phone mount, got a GoPro mount. Gotta find somewhere to stick the microphone in here. That'll be fun. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. We'll find somewhere for it before I set out tomorrow. We're not going to have that much stuff on the dashboard. It's just all there now to keep the floorboards clear so I can finish moving in a moment. Got a bottle of water already in the truck. And yeah, so something cool to notice here. Not super relevant for me, but if you're one of the drivers, how do I release this thing? If you're one of the drivers who does the team stuff, how exactly does one release the ladder? I feel like this should be more obvious. There's a ladder. That seems like a button. Is that the button? That's the button. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. I wish I had that when I was training. How sweet is that? But yeah, no, we won't need that. Okay, well, I'll figure out how to stow that in a bit. So I'll just be down and in the way for the rest of this video. Oops. So we've got more storage here. Nice, huge cabinet there. Of course, we're going to be using the entire upper bunk for storage as well, because we've got our own shelves and cabinets and stuff that can go up here. We've got we've still got the sleeper windows, just like we did before. So now we've got this handy dandy ladder to actually reach them and open them and close them as we need to. Those plastic covers come off so we can get sunlight in here, which is usually what I do. They're nice and high up so people can't actually see inside them. So they're very nice for privacy purposes, for getting some natural light into the truck. But these windows can also be uncovered. Those can also, there's little knobs in the corners, so you can rotate those and the little wing windows will open. They're screened as well, so that's a good way to let some air flow through the truck. And we've got another one of our curtains here. Let's open this cabinet and see what's inside. It's a closet. Got a spot for coat hangers up here, so this is where all of our clothes are going to wind up. A little cubby for shoes as well. That's always nifty. And we've got our, yep, come on, give me my desk. All right, hold on. I've got to figure out how to make this ladder go away. All right, so how do we get this? Oh, there it goes. All right, so there's our desk. Is this still open? No. No, that is not going to open. So that's our entire desk. Okay, so we can open that and get a little bit more space here. One thing you'll notice is a really cool improvement on this desk from the one in... Let's get the lights on. No, that's not the right one. Ambient. There we go. So one thing you'll notice from this desk that the other one doesn't have is it's got this little lip here, which is a spill guard. So if you spill something on this desk, it won't go everywhere. It'll just collect in this little trench thing, unless you spill a lot of stuff, in which case, not a good job you were doing of keeping the truck clean. So we've got also the cabinet that in my other truck, this is the bread cabinet. So that's probably what it's going to be in this truck as well. So that's all right there. This is air intake for the air conditioning systems. We've got down here, we've got, this is the hole for power cords. Our inverter is right behind this panel. So that is where we'll be plugging everything in. On the other side, we've got our handy dandy drawer. So this is kind of going to be desk space as well, but this is where all the stuff that is currently under our desk is going to wind up stored, I do believe. And then, my favorite new feature, bam, refrigerator. Ew, it's so hot in here. Why is it so hot? How do I turn you on? Let's see here. So that's our ice box. That's nice and huge. Oh, there we go. Are you working now? I think I just turned it on. Alright, so that's a handy flip thing, so you can put drinks here that are taller than the shelf. In fact, let's just go ahead and preemptively one, figure out how shelves work. There we go. That'll be nice. I'll make that better. Yeah, is that still got enough room to... Darn it. There we go. That'll work. So, new fridge. Hopefully it's on now. Let's just turn it up to maximum. And hopefully that'll actually do stuff. But yeah, you can see it's got like these handy little separator things in here. These slide back and forth. And it's like, this is designed for cans almost. So, really cool little fridge. This is standard. Once I figure out how to make it stay on, hopefully that'll actually be like cold and stuff. And this is an ad for the company that did all the graphic design on the Jim Palmer truck. So let's get that closed so it can... Ow, 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 ow. I'm not skinny enough for that. Well, it's skinny enough for pretty much anything anymore. So that successfully closed, I think. That's interesting fit that door has. But it is nice and flush, so it looks good, and that's what matters in a new truck. So now that we're on the floor, I'd like to show you some more stuff of the front panel. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to. Oh, wow. I didn't know that popped out. Huh. I just learned something new about this tripod. Ignore me, my friends. But yeah, so we don't have a proper glove box anymore. Our fuse panel's still behind that. So that whole panel comes off and our fuses are in there. So it's good to know about. And then, so there's a little pocket right there, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what we'll use that for. Still got the same bag hook, which is typically used for a garbage bag for me. It's a lot closer to the ground now, so I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, we'll deal with that as we get there. You'll notice there's no cup holder on the floor anymore, which is kind of nice. Also, this floor is clean enough for me to sit on without being bothered. So just ignore my feet as we continue through this video. So we've got cup holders, bam, 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 3 within reach of the driver's seat, and that's it for the entire truck. And it's still only 3 cup holders, so not ideal, but there's no stupid little tiny cup holders this time. So they're all full-size cup holders that are actually useful. There's also a nice little lip thing behind this cup holder. You can see we've got our dry erase marker in that already, and our headset charge cable, which is very useful for keeping pens and stuff. And then this thing, which is going to not stay in the truck. This is an ashtray, which I don't care for. I don't smoke, so there's no point in me having an ashtray, right? So that'll probably go in the garbage. Actually, I'll probably just leave it in the other truck. I'll probably leave that in Maxwell just in case whoever gets him next is a smoker. Pass the stuff around. That's the Cascadia. I'm excited. We've got a trailer brake. That is so new. That is awesome and new. So yeah, we'll be discussing the automatic transmission as I figure out how to use it. It's currently, so these automatic transmissions are designed so that you should be able to switch between manual and automatic. Ours are locked into automatic economy. So it's always in the most fuel efficient version of an automatic transmission, and we can't do anything about that. So that might make this interesting to drive. We don't have manual control. It will basically hold a speed for downhill using the cruise control and the engine brakes. So we'll still be able to do downhills pretty reliably, but that's going to take some getting used to. That is for sure. That's for sure. And I'm told this has a way better engine brake than our last truck. So yeah, that's our tour of this truck. I guess I should probably tell you all what it's named, though you've probably been spoiled by the title of this video already. But this truck's name is Apophis, because I'm a nerd. I should get off the floor at some point. Alright, I've got to keep moving in. Yeah, no, that's Maxwell. Or, that's not Maxwell, that's Apophis. So you'll see we've got the same Jim Palmer logo on the doors. We've got the mountain. Let's get the sunlight out of that. We've still got the mountain whoop, and the wheagle and our VIN numbers and stuff. Not important. Under here, we've got our first battery box. So we've got our first battery box. This is where we check on our batteries, make sure they're all okay and everything. We've also got our air tank bleed valves down here, which are super annoying to get to. That one didn't sound good. Right. So yeah, those are super annoying to reach, but they're down there. Got these lovely little side vents. I like that, and got those raised letters of Cascadia on the side now. Fancy aerodynamic wing mirrors, nose mirrors. So these headlights are not LED, they are still halogen, but they have much more advanced mirror placements, so they're a little bit more effective in lighting the road at night. So that's cool, that'll be fun. This is the new grille. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. It looks cool, but it's not as well protected as the old Cascadia version was. This is also the cleanest you'll ever see. No bugs, no dings, no paint scrapes, nothing. This is as clean as it gets. You'll notice we don't have a deer guard yet, because they're not interchangeable with the old Cascadias, so we can't take Maxwell's deer guard and put it on here, unfortunately. We also have the fancy deep chin for aerodynamic purposes. You will notice it's nice and flimsy, so if we do scrape it on the ground, it should bend out of the way, no problem, and not pop off, hopefully. We've got to pay attention to that, because if we lose it, it's expensive to replace. And I actually have to pay for that sort of thing now. So yeah, steer tires, all brand new. Actually, that's a little bit low pressure. We've got to fix that. Old Apophis looks good, doesn't he? Also, you might not have noticed, but the biggest change in switching to Apophis from Maxwell is look at the roof. That's awesome. That's the Weagle. Nice and glare. Giant Weagle on our roof now instead of the Jim Palmer Trucking logo. I like it. I like it a lot. And there's Mr. Maxwell next door for moving purposes. We'll continue. That's a bit of debris. This is our blind spot alert, so if I've got a car here and I try to change lanes, it'll be beep, 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 beep to let me know. That'd be annoying. Hello, worm. So this is where our APU would have gone in the other truck, but we don't have an APU, we have an EPU, which means extra batteries, and opti-idle. So the extra batteries are underneath the catwalk. You can kind of see them down in there. And this is now where we put our chain. So it's a nice little, the box, once we break that cable tie, we'll be able to stow our chains here when we get them. It flips up, and then you can lock it down, so it's a little harder for people to steal your chains off the back of your truck. We have our broom that's been secured through the handlebars. It was tricky to find a spot where the broom would stay put, but we've also got, notice the our air lines and power cable are no longer coiled. They are straight, so that's pretty fancy. And we've got our load bars already moved over. I'm happy about that. We've also got nice new tires back here as well. Alcoa rims, because of course, shiny, shiny aluminum. That's not going to stay that way for very long. I am not getting out and shining them all the time. They'll look good every time we get the truck washed, and that's about it. They'll last for about a day. The mud flaps, we've gotten some less heavy-duty mud flaps because we are running super singles, and there was no point in replacing heavy-duty mud flaps if we ever have a blowout. These work just as well, so I like these. They look nice. Also, fresh grease. It looks like my baby nephew puked all over my fifth wheel, doesn't it? Welcome to Apophis. Say hi in the comments below. We'll be in him for a while. This is our 5-year truck. This is. So you'll get used to seeing a lot of Apophis, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. If I mention I'm excited, I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Elio Dare, AzerAngel17 on Twitch, Elio Dare on Xbox Live, Steam, and Twitter. Twitter's the important one. I'm on Twitter all the time. If you're on Twitter, you can actually see, you could have seen some sneak pictures of Apophis before I told you guys about him. I changed my number on, the second I got Apophis, I changed my number in my bio to be JP0200, and no one's noticed yet. This is several hours since I did it, so, so people haven't noticed that just yet. And, Yeah, I don't know when exactly I'm going to announce it on Twitter, obviously before this video comes out. But there's some pictures of Apophis on there, if you take a look. I spent last night on the yard and took a bunch of pictures of all the trucks, and Apophis was one of them. So there's some photos of him on there. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come say hi on Twitter, and there all the time. It's the best place to get a hold of me. You can find out about stuff like this in advance before we do anything about it. Oh, also, Sinclair is sitting on CV radio mount, so that's where my CV is going to go. Stay. So that's where the CV. That's where the CV is going to go. I think that's everything. Come say hi on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.